This is Phoebe. She is 36 and a single mom with 2 boys, 2 and 5. After college, she led a student study tour to Nicaragua, where she met a handsome, charming, athletic shrimp boat fisherman. After Phoebe made several trips to Nicaragua, the fisherman came back to the States with her. The fisherman tried lots of jobs, but none of them worked. His heart was still on the sea. Sadly, he returned to Nicaragua. Now, Phoebe makes $35,000 a year, pays $900 a month for rent, $1,000 a month for daycare, and the minimum monthly payment on her credit card debt, which increases every month. She never can make ends meet. Her parents sometimes help, but they told her so about the fisherman, so they are resentful. She desperately wants financial independence. Mike is 25. He lives at home with his parents. He is a server at an upscale sushi shop. He makes good tips that he keeps in an old coffee can under his bed. He doesn't have a bank account. He uses prepaid Visa, mostly for online purchases of music and art supplies, and his one vice, lattes. Mike is really an artist. He was accepted at a prestigious art school, but he can't afford to go, and his parents can't help him. He fears he will be living in his parents' basement forever. Janet is 59. She was the publisher of a successful literary review during the 1980s and 90s. She was even Bookwoman of the Year. By 1995, she was exhausted from fundraising every year. To meet expenses, she took a real job with a scientific journal. In 2005, her husband had an accident. Hospital bills wiped out their savings. He hasn't been able to work since. In 2010, e-mag sales surpassed print sales. Janet was made redundant. She started to freelance and began a blog. She makes enough to live on, but she is worried about retirement. This year, she learned that the retirement funds from her old job were transferred to an annuity that will cost her thousands in hidden fees. She's in a panic. She wants to move her funds without huge penalties. She feels overwhelmed. These are not avatars or game characters. These are real people with real financial worries who can be helped by playing the money game. After plugging in basic information, income, expenses, goals, the game's algorithm will create a budget with choices for Phoebe. As she gets into the game, she can learn strategies for paying off her debt. As she makes a wish list, she can search for and connect with local, regional, and online businesses that will offer savings to TMG players through coupons or sales. As she shops, the game's advanced AI and heuristics give Phoebe instant feedback about her budget. The money game will give her real-time alternatives to guide her decision-making. Mike learns basic saving habits, the value of having a savings account, adding something to it every week. As he logs in his expenses, TMG will show him where to find money to save, some with delayed gratification. TMG will show how much he can save by buying fewer lattes per week or downloading fewer tunes. Because TMG's huge pool of players attracts retailers, it will offer Mike coupons for lattes, deals for art supplies, and as it learns his habits, other surprises and rewards. As his skills increase, he'll earn coins to help him advance levels. Because of his goal to go to graduate school, TMG will offer to connect Mike with an advisor who knows about millions of dollars in unused college grants and funds. He thinks he might be able to leave the basement. Janet can hook up with advisors who will help her with her investment problems and help shave her monthly expenses. As her level increases, she uses earned coins to unlock block purchases. All of these players are so happy with TMG, they told all their friends, which added coins to all their in-game accounts and added players. Social gamers invite friends to play. That's where the ROI happens. High numbers of potential players in need of financial education. According to the Financial Literacy Survey of 2014, 73%, 171.3 million adults in the U.S. say they could use financial help. 61% do not have or keep close track of a budget. 76% of millennials, 62% of Gen Xers, 52% of boomers, even 45% of the silent generation failed a 2014 questionnaire on financial literacy. Women scored 11 to 25% below men of their generations. Women need financial education, but they do not seek it. They do, however, play online games. 55% of social gamers in the U.S. are women. The average social gamer is a 43-year-old woman. Every mechanism and layer of the money game is designed to accommodate seamless, unobtrusive advertising and sponsorship for monthly fees. Real-time anonymous data mining of players' spending habits, wishes, and goals, while safeguarding their personal information, will create an ever-increasing buyer's pool. By licensing our proprietary software, companies gain access to these valuable buyer's pools, along with rapid feedback and correction via social media. Thanks to visionary investors like you, TMG's award-winning design and development team will provide players from 8 to 80 with a fun, focused, engaging game that instructs, provides instant feedback, and empowers them to take charge of their financial futures. To build wealth for our investors while helping players acquire the financial skills to create wealth of their own. After all, a rising tide lifts all boats. JFK.